The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Sam in Irvine, California. Hey, Sam, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
I'm having a great day. Thank you very much. I want to preface by saying that I'm so grateful to you and TFNN for you to assemble such a great people, such a team to help the small investors like myself.
Well, we appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us, Sam. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. You got the spring kicking in here. Only another 10 days. It's a beautiful thing. This quote is by Marlo Giacadano. Be strong, go with your hat, and believe in miracles, because anything can and will happen. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 20, NASDAQ, where is she? Sorry about that. NASDAQ is up 1, S&Ps are up 2.5. No traction whatsoever, folks. You get a sideways move in the market, light volume. This is basically the energy that I took yesterday to go downtown. That's what you're seeing out here. The energy was expended. You're going to build some cars for the next leg lower. Gold contract down $8.40, traded at $1,151 an ounce. You have silver down 19 at $15.44. Now, what's interesting about that gold and silver is this. They're down. Bottom line, equities are getting traction. The equities basically got to a lower low today, rejected lower price, and are moving topside. In fact, out of the equities that are up in the marketplace today, you got these gold equities, a couple of them up by 4 or 5%. Oil's flat out here at $48.25. The bond market, the 10-year is up 2 ticks at 126.31. The 30-year is up 26 at 159.16. And King Dollar's on a rage, up 1,100 ticks, 99.71. That's an ABC structure up to the 101. That's the first price projection. Euro is down 155 here at 105.43. Bottom line, that euro wants parity with the U.S. dollar, and that's going to be a heck of a move, folks, because we just went in a year, maybe 6-7 months from 140 to $1. Pretty intense. Yen up 34 at 121.47. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have out here? Okay, so if we take a look at the SPY, folks, what you're going to see is this. The SPY came down with volume yesterday. You're going sideways today with light volume. You're building cars to get into these swing points from the December 17th. We're at 205 right now. 197.86 is the number. That's where these things want to run to. The NDX 100, we take a look at the 3 Qs. What you have with the 3 Qs, same type of setup inside the 3 Qs. Can't get any traction. 3 Qs out here are trading at 105.39. You're inside the lower range. So the 3 Qs got back inside the lower range yesterday. We're at the 105 mark. 199 is where the this baby wants to run down to. Now that's the shorter time frame. The October 5th swing point is still out there, and that wants to get tested. Small caps. What do we have with the small caps? Small caps basically are giving us the most amount of information out here today. And what it is that the small caps are up 71 cents. You're over the highs of yesterday, and guess what? We're there with 14 million shares. That's basically confirming that we're still going downtown. Because why? Because yesterday, even we had 32 million on the way down. You get 14 million on the way up. That is a bear's dream, folks. That's how that basically shakes out. The low of Monday was 121.12. And we've made it up to the 121.13. Now, this is so bizarre, it's just crazy, but it happens a lot. For some reason, that's what equities like to do. They like to get up into the price, get into it by a penny or two. If they're going to give it up, that's where they give it up. Thus far, that's what we've had inside the IWM. So the IWM is at the 121 level. It wants to run down to the 113 level, and that's a big number. And that is on the shorter term. The larger term for the IWM is game down at that 106, and that's a big number. You're talking about that's 10% down from where we are right now. So that's a move. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Okay, so let's take a look at gold contract out here. Whoops, there she is. Gold contract out here today, we're at 1151. We've got down to a price point of 1146. We've done 149,000 contracts. Now, that's the good news, the 149,000 contracts. Where we're hanging here is not great news. You know why? Because what you have is that your low that was established on November 7th was 1132. So 1132 is game to basically get tagged. If, in fact, gold can get back inside 1162, that'll be a different ball game. You know, so that's why I say right now you're in limbo. That limbo is saying that we're going to go test the lows prior to getting back inside that 1162.40 area. Silver. We go take a look at the silver market. What we have with silver right now, silver is trading at 15.44. And what you have with silver is this. The silver market itself got down to a price point of 15.20 today. Now, when silver made a bottom, this was vicious. I mean, silver was like, man, that price spread on silver that day, meaning on December 1st, it went down to 14.70, closed at 16.71, and you came in with monster volume. Bottom line is that we'll see whether the 1470 is going to be game. What Silverwood has to do is get back inside 15.74. That's the way that is set up right now. Bonds. What do we have with bonds? Okay, with bonds, we're going to go over to the TLT. The bond market, folks, looks to me at this particular point that what you have is this. Is that the bond market, if we take the TLT, what you're looking at in the TLT is this. We've done 4.9 million shares today. You came down with 20 million. That basically is a counter trend bounce. You have lighter volume happening. I do expect that the TLT is going to try to make its way up to this 130.38 area, meaning the highs that were generated out here on the 25th of February, and you'll probably see that baby get up into that area with lighter volume. That would set up another downtrend in the bonds. It's an ABC structure on the way down. It has already broken the B point. It broke it with volume. When you take that all into consideration, bottom line is that the bond prices want to go down. The yields look like they're going to go up. Right now, the 10-year is still trading out at 2.1. So if you're going to go get a mortgage, you want to refinance, you want to do all of the above, do it. You know, it doesn't mean that mortgage rates have to go through the roof, but what I do expect you are going to see, excuse me, folks, is that you're going to see the aspect that rates will go up, whether it's a half a percentage point, a percentage point. Let's go to Mike in Thailand. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how's it going?
It's going great, man. You having a good day?
I'm hanging in there. I could be doing better. Hey, listen, just before I get started, you know, you're doing a good job, Tom. So anyway, so the rest of you guys over at TFNN.
Thank you.
But anyway, always welcome. But anyway, now I got a question for you. You keep talking about the October 15th swing point. Now, I'm on your side. I'm a bear, okay? And anyway, before we go to this October 15th swing point, I mean, don't we have to take out some other swing points. What am I missing here? Please tell me here. Please tell me here, because I hope to hell you're right, on this. But something tells me.
What indice are we talking, or what sector are we talking, Mike? You talking the S&P?
Okay, let's start with the S&P. Not that we're going to go any further than that.
So the S&P, first off, has to no doubt take out the swing points that were out there in December and January. Those are both high volume. And then you have your high volume down there at October 15th.
Okay, so, all right, well, I hear the music. I guess I can't say anything more than that, or can I?
You can say whatever you want. You stay right there. We'll come right back, folks.
Thanks.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls. Now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 3. You get the NASDAQ off 3. S&Ps are flat. We're talking with Mike from Thailand. Okay, Mike, go ahead. I guess we lost him. Okay, so...
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, all right. Now, on the SPY I'm looking at, we got to go through 196, 197, somewhere around there. Why are you so convinced that we're going to slice right through that like a hot knife through butter? I hope you're right. And why are you so convinced that we're going to go right down to, we're going to test the mid-October lows just like that? I'm just curious.
You're just curious. Well, I guess what part of I never heard myself say we're just going to slice right through that area.
Well, all right, because you were saying it's going to get tested. It's going to get tested.
Yeah, it
so
is.
Don't we have to test? Don't we have to test the the December through February lows first?
That's right.
Before we go to the October low?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Absolutely. I expect we'll get down there, and we'll see how we get down there. We'll probably get down there. That'll probably be the first bounce. You'll bounce out of there. You'll do another B to a C of a larger ABC structure on the way down.
Okay, I must be misunderstanding of this whole time. And the same thing goes with the NYSE. And anyway, I mean, I hope to God you're right. But anyway,
okay, man.
That's about it. All right. Thanks for your time, Tom.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. What you have, folks, on high volume lows or high volume highs is this: is that the October 15th swing low is sticking out like a sore thumb beyond belief. Now, when you have these, do they have to be tested all the time? No, they don't. Okay, they will get tested over time. They're going to get tested. I haven't ever found a high volume swing point that doesn't get tested. Let's put it that way. Now, my take is that we're going to get this test right now before we get into a higher price point. The reason being is that there are so many stocks within the S&P 500 that have already done it and have actually blown it away. You know, the first ones you can go to are just the energies. When you're talking about the energy market, ExxonMobil, Chevron, already blowing them away, that, folks, is a monster heads up. Huge, okay? So that's, when you go sector by sector, you start taking it off, big deal. Now, as we talk about intraday, and this is, I don't want anyone trading intraday out there. That's not what I'm saying here, but I want to show you something, because we happen to be lucky enough that we're in front of the computers all day long. And when these markets start rolling, folks, okay, let me tell you something, okay? They hit numbers, they rock, they roll, they do all the above, and markets are bigger than anything in an incredible way. If I saw anything this morning on CNBC, it was just cracking me up. If you're watching this morning, folks, everything was just plastered all over the place. Markets rebound, markets rebound. I was looking at this, I'm saying to Nico, I'm saying to myself, I don't believe they're going this crazy. Bottom line, that's where this thing come up, that no one can control it. But intraday here, I want to show you something. Intraday, okay, what we have inside the market is this. The large institutions are sellers out here. And whether it's one or two, these fast moves down that we had out here today, we're going to have a flat market. This is, energy-wise, it's basically not there to go break into big lows today, okay? You need 2 or 3 more days of this. But intraday, okay, there's no doubt, and I know the Tigers and the Tigers Den, they've been in there. These sells intraday, man, they were fast and furious, man. They're only 7-point sells, but you don't hit the S&Ps with 7-point sells without throwing large contracts at them, and that's what we had. What happens in the course of markets that go up or go down, that builds upon itself, And then what ends up happening is that you have one operator throwing at it, you have another operator throwing at it, and then bottom line, that's when you get to the next level lower. So what I expect you're going to see out here is that is the type of market that we have right now, and the doors are never big enough for folks to get out of the market. That's just how it goes. If we go over and we take a look at Big Blue, Big Blue is important to keep your head wrapped around. The reason being is still one of the largest weighting structures inside the Dow Industrials. And what you're going to see is that Big Blue is on its way after its swing low again. We're at 156 right now. Your swing lows that we're talking out there are 150. Big Blue looks to me like a monster ABC down. You know, you're talking 195 is your A point, and you get into 150. So you're talking to $45. You're talking a Big Blue can go to 120. It's been building cars since October of 2014. That's a lot of cars, folks. Each one of those cars buildings, all the volumes down the bottom. You get a move like we got. See, we've got the A to B. The A to B was 195. It was trading in September 19th. And by October 21st, in 1 month, it was at 161. So you're $35 down. We've been in this messy consolidation that it's staying at lows, but that's a B to C. A B to C of ABC structures on the way down and way up are always messy. The consolidations, they go back and forth, they do all the above. The next straight line move, if in fact this is going to be an ABC structure on the way down, is a heavy number. It will be particularly a heavy number for the Dow Industrials, because you get that baby smoking down there and you get action going. What that will do simultaneously is what? It's going to basically put a huge amount of selling pressure in the Dow Industrials. What does the Dow Industrials do? And this is where you want to really wrap your head around this. And this is what it is. The ETF structures, and ETFs are running the market right now, folks. The ETF structures are great on the way up, because what happens on the way up is this, is that as you and I are buying equities, what ends up happening is that the amount of equities that you're buying, the ETF structure has to buy more of them in order to sustain the net asset value of the ETF structure. Well, what happens on the way down? On the way down, folks, it's just the opposite. And on the way down, it turns into a disaster, because what ends up happening each and every time, each and every downdraft, guess what happens? This is where it's the chicken or the egg. What ends up happening is that the Dow goes down, guess what? They're going to sell more Dow stocks in the DIA. If the Dow just goes down, guess what? They have to sell stocks in the DIA. They sell stocks in the DIA, guess what? They're going to sell Dow stocks. So the correlation, because of the ETF structures, on the way down is vicious. I mean, it's vicious. Let's get a Mark in Florida. Hey, Mark, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day?
Yes, sir. Hey, thank you so much for what you do, Tom.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you growling and prowling. We couldn't do a thing without all you listeners.
Now, Tom, I ain't a smart guy, but I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I noticed that the miners, the gold miners, are having a swell day.
I know.
And gold is...
it's impressive. Right.
Huh?
It's impressive.
Oh, yes, sir. And so my question is, like, gold's down a little bit today. Is the miners a precursor for what the gold's going to do?
Yeah, you stay right there, okay? This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Right now, you get the Dow off 16, Nasdaq's off 7, S&Ps are off $1.50. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. You get Big Blue down $1.81. Johnson & Johnson's off $1.27. You get Big Mac off $1.17. We're talking with Mark from Florida, and we're talking about the gold miners. So the question was, do I see gold as coming off the bottom? Now, are you trading physical gold or trading the miners, Mark?
Let's see. I'm in gold, the physical gold, and an ETF.
An ETF, okay. Okay, so let's take a look at there's two equities that gauge, pretty good how physical gold trades, and it's Franco-Nevada and Royal Gold. And the reason, folks, is this. Both of these are royalty companies. What you have is that royalty company in general, okay, basically just makes money on the gross price of gold. Like Franco-Nevada has 26 employees, and believe it or not, with 26 employees, they take in almost $500 million. They take in $484 million. So they work like a bank, okay? And Franco-Nevada today has rejected lower price. You're getting a wide price spread in it today. That's on the daily. Now watch what happens on the weekly. It's pretty cool what happens on the weekly, because these things were, they're coming into their swing lows. The way that it's set up thus far is that it is a beauty, and this is what it is. So Wednesday's today, right? Thus far, the swing low that we're coming into, folks, is the December 19th, the week of December 19th. December 19th, we had 9 million shares traded. Thus far, this week, we've had 2.7 million. So you can see that is one awesome test, number one. And thus far, Franco-Nevada has gone down to 45.93 this week. We're at 48.73. So price and volume is there. Then what you're also going to have, if in fact we stay here by Friday, you're going to have one beautiful candle, if you happen to like candles, because that's a nice hammer on a weekly basis. If we go over to RGLD, which is Royal Gold, the way Royal Gold is set up right now is the same type of setup. Royal Gold today got down to $57.55. It's at 6103. It was testing the swing points back from November. Today we've done 800,000 shares. That test is 1.7 million. So on the daily, it's correct. We bring this into a weekly, and what you're going to see is the same type of setup. So this is a decent little setup. I'll bring up, is it the GLD you own?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll do that. So watch this. Now, this is what the difference is. Franco-Nevada, folks, is stronger than Royal Gold. If you're going to buy one of those, buy Franco-Nevada, because that's just the way it is. But on the weekly basis, what you also have is you're coming into, let's see, we're coming into 7 million, and we've only done 2.6. So I like that setup. So if we go to the GLD, for some reason, the GLD itself, okay, was actually stronger than the gold contract. Well, let's put it this way. There was more clarity inside it. What the GLD had is that the GLD, why isn't this giving me volume? GLD, just bear with me 1 second here. Okay, so there she is. Okay, so what the GLD did out here today is this. Pull this back. Daily, I see. Okay, I got to put this on a daily first. There we go. Okay, so on a daily, what we've done 5.9 million. You're coming into 13 million. We got to 110.16. The place that it's rejected is 109.67. Now, that's on the daily. If we put this and we put this on the weekly, what you're going to see is this. Now, this is where it gets really impressive. Thus far, in the GLD, we've done 18 million shares, and you're going into 44 million. So the way that that's set up is that it looks to me that we're getting, very well, this could be it, meaning that the low may have been established out here today. Is there some reason that you trade the GLD versus the gold stocks? You just like
I just thought, like yesterday was kind of the gold was at the time it was like turned positive.
I see. Okay.
The economy was kind of messing up, and so anyway, that's why I went with the gold.
Okay, cool. Okay, man.
Hey, Tom, thank you so much.
Have a great one, man.
Hey, you made it a great one. Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks. And as a couple of our targets saying there's no doubt, Rheingold is a leader out there, folks. Rheingold actually is one of the first ones that turned today. Rheingold, then AEM went. There's action here, man. And I can tell you what I love about how this pullback came down anyway is this, is that for what the price of gold did on the way down versus what the price of these equities did, equities didn't pull back like gold pulled back. And it seems to me that equity, they should have got killed. I mean, really killed. And they didn't, because the dollar is going to the moon, man. Let's go to Tom in California. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Tom?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
You bet.
Cool.
I'm looking at Priceline. They had a good report recently, but do you think they're just trying to fill the gap here? What do you think?
Did you own this right now?
I'm short it right now.
You're short it right now?
I think they're trying to fill it.
Lucky you. Oh, man, this is a dangerous stock to short, but you're short at the right time, man. Yeah, it wants to fill this gap. And, okay, so watch this. What you have right here, folks, is this. Priceline is at 1,174. Came off the high of 1,264. You're into the gap. And see, once you get in the gap, you're in good shape because the top of that gap is 1195. And when you get 20 points into a gap, man, that's like a magnet. It's like, oh, man, come back down me, If it's the equity you shot, are you in the option market or the equity market?
Options. I have a put spread.
Perfect. Okay, so what I would do, I would be setting this thing up to basically close that out, calculate what you can close it out for when the PCLN gets into about 1130, 1135. You know what I'm saying? And yep. I would put the order in. If you're in the option market, folks, which is this, is that I'm sure Tom knows how to calculate that out. You speculate as to what the price would be. If you're on Thinkorswim, you actually hit it, it'll tell you just about pretty closely where it is. And the reason you want to put it in is this, is that the market that we're in right now, you'll end up seeing fast moves, and most of the time in markets that are volatile, and with the PCLN, you can see that fast move, it can hit it and then move right out of there again. Do you know what I'm saying? So you want that market, you want that order in, Tom. That's what I'm saying more than anything.
All right. Thanks.
Cooking, brother. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Let's go to Rich in Orlando. Hey, Rich, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. How are you today?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Oh, it's a beautiful day in Orlando.
Sweet. That's the beautiful thing. I know. We really get the spring with us here, don't we?
We sure do.
Yeah.
I mean, this is why we're down in Florida,
No doubt. No doubt.
So on this UGAZ, I bought a position here about at 255, and it looks like it's getting some action here. What are your thoughts?
It is. It is getting some action. It's just filling the gap right now, though. The top of that gap is 299. Here, let me bring this up. Let's see. I got this on a 4-day. You got to look at this a little bit closer. Remember it gapped down 4 days ago?
Right.
That's all it's doing, man. If you're here, well, first off, let me do this. Let me bring up the actual gas contract and see what we got here. So, because the UGAZ, folks, trades off the gas contract. That's moving today. That's up 3% today. NGK5. Okay. So, NGK5. What do we have here? So we have... I like this move. Okay. Boy, this is going to be really bizarre.
Well, I was listening to Andy yesterday, and he seemed to feel that, that with the reports coming out, I guess, on this Thursday, that since they lagged, that they might be actually more impressive than they have been. I mean, it just kind of implied that there might be some surprises here as far as it actually, the moving up, and I guess that's where I was.
I think we're at 286. I think it can go to $3. I mean, it's showing that that's what it looks like it wants to do. Mm-hmm. Other than that, can it get higher? Well, it's going to need a lot more juice to get higher. But it's impressive what it did today. What it did today. So picture. The sign of strength that you want to be trading off of is February 11th. That February 11th time, it's nice, okay? You had the wide price spread, accelerated volume. It pulls back down to it, rejects it yesterday, goes topside again today, $3 is game. You know, it's only 15 cents higher, though. Cooking, brother.
Thank you, Tom.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. You stay right there, folks. Coming right back. Dow Industrials right now down 19. Nasdaq's off 7. S&Ps are off $1.50. We're going to be right back.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, don't forget, at TFNN, we do 10 hours of live programming every trading day, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. All of it you get right on your cell phone, TFNN.mobi. You like to check out Tiger TV, just go TFNN.com, hit the mobile box on the right-hand side to get the TV as well as the audio. Let's go to George in Denver. Hey, George, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you today?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Well, I had a good year last year. This year's kind of crappy so far, but other than that, I can't complain. Okay, educate me on one stock. I don't understand what's going on with this chart. I'm sure there's an explanation, but it defies reason to me. I'm looking at PetSmart. I've been looking at this since mid-December, and I can't imagine how you can have a price spread so narrow for so long with that kind of volume. Do you know what's going on there?
So what happened? This is still what's really strange about this today, folks. At least is that it's still trading out here today. So PetSmart actually got bought out. They closed it. They closed it today. So this won't be trading tomorrow.
Okay.
That's why it was basically. I'm not sure whether it was a cash deal, what it was, but that's why what he's looking at, folks, is that it is traded at the exact price. It was probably a cash deal. So until it closes, it will trade, but it closed today.
But it's been going on since mid-December. Since they announced they're going to have a deal, it's been that way for over 2 months?
That would be correct. It takes that long for them to close.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I thought something was wrong with my computer.
No, that's it, brother. Okay,
Thank
man.
you.
Have a great one. Have a
Bye.
safe one. Let's go to Tom in Waltham. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day?
Yes, I am. It's 60 degrees here in Waltham.
I like it. I like that accent, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Thanks.
So, Great Panther.
Yes.
Great Panther, we need some wide price spread and accelerated volume. Now, we own Great Panther, folks. The Gold Report owns Great Panther. Bottom line, it's trading right now at 56 cents. It rejected 52 today. And, when you take a look at it, just because you have 56 cents, this is not it trades in pennies, okay, but it wouldn't be actually a penny stock, folks. They take in $54 million a year. What we do need is that, we had no sellers in the stock. So the stock drifted down from 70 cents, right?
Right.
But we need buyers.
Exactly.
That's how this is set up, man. That's the bottom line. So it's like you're sitting there saying, okay, when the buyer's going to come in, and this is a patience game. What we do have out here today, which is pretty cool, and this is kind of across all the gold stocks, folks. And I'm going to do a little work on these after the show today, because when you get this consolidation is big in these miners. And this is rejected lows, so now we should see Great Panther should start running to 78 cents. Because let's see, so, yeah, we only need to close on Friday at 50.5633, which we're over right now. Because what you'd have is that on a weekly basis, we're at 2.3 million, that's versus 22 million. That's a beauty, man. And even, what's really cool about this, folks, when Dave White, when he was programming the Art of Time in the Trade charts, we realized that if you come into a swing point, man, and you're coming in with less than 70% of volume, man, you want to be all over them. In this case here, that's less than, it's going to be less than 80%, probably 90. It's 90% right now. Right now we're dealing with 2.2, but we got 2 days left versus 22 million. That's a good setup, man. So.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. And what you do want to see, folks, okay, after you get a rejection of lower price, the bottom line is that you need wide price spread, accelerated volume. You need an additional sign of strength. That's just how basically markets like to move higher, okay? What we do have in, let's go, if we look at the XAU, the HUI, they're all operating correctly today. You know, on the dailies, on the weeklies, in fact, they're operating. Let me pull this up because it's pretty impressive. So let's see. And it seems that there's just enough bad publicity that has been out there that we very well could get a nice little bottom in here. So, excuse me, folks, if we pull up the XAU first, what you're going to see is that your November, well, 62, I like it. Oh, this is impressive. 62.94. If you get the gold report, this is what I was thinking in the gold report, but it looks like it's going to happen. So the XAU and the HUI, folks, have two separate lows. The last low is December. The prior low, that is the low, is November. And, you know, you'll see in this week's gold report, I says, you know what, we're going to learn a lot from the December swing low. And what has happened, what we learn now is this, is that it has rejected the December swing low, which is dynamite. Because thus far, what we have is that December swing low, you're dealing with 39 million shares. The November one is 46 million. So watch how this works. So December's 39, November's 46. We're actually going to, it looks to me at this point, that the December swing low, which is 7 million lighter shares, we're actually going to come in lighter than that. So what you have is you have a test of the low, and not the low, with lighter volume. You rejected that low, and you're going to take off topside. The XAU right now, this is what you'd be looking at. What you want to see if you're a bull in the physical market is that you want to see the XAU close over 67.33 this week. And right now we're at 65.96. Where I'm bringing you is this. When the XAU went down from 71 to 67, you want to get inside that range. It doesn't mean that's not the higher range, but you get inside that range, that brings your probability much higher that you're going to run to the 76. But as I say, when you can't bust them down, what's going to happen? You're going to bust them up. And what we do have inside the XAU and the HUI is a very large consolidation that has been taking place for a huge amount of time. You know, so the way these gold stocks, in fact, as we're talking right here, they're buying them instead of close. If we go over to look at GLLD, see, Rheingold Resources is always an interesting one, man. I mean, it's hard to believe Rheingold came down from 82 to 66. These moves are crazy, man. And, you know, bottom line, the first move up is going to be 75. You get juice at 75, it's going to get up to this 83 mark. You know, you're talking some real numbers. And you're talking those numbers in the context that the dollar index is still to the moon. And so what that sets up, more than likely, is that sets up that gold is really acting like a currency. That's where this is shaking out, which would totally make sense, by the way. You know, because the fact of the matter is the whole rest of the world, not in the U.S., the dollar is king, okay, there's no doubt. But in the rest of the world, their currencies are getting destroyed. They're getting eaten alive by the dollar. Now, they're not getting eaten alive by gold because gold is going up in their currencies because gold is priced in U.S. dollars. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Nick in Tampa. Hey, Nick, what's going on?
Tom O'Brien, it is an absolute pleasure.
Thanks so much, man. We appreciate you calling.
No problem. Dude, I've been listening to your show for about 2 years now, and it has just been wonderful. I listen to you, Basil, Andy. You guys do an amazing job.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. And another 11 days, actually, no, another 10 days, 9 days. We're going to be kicking into spring. How cool is that? This is by Duke Ellington. A believer is an optimist who thinks of tomorrow. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow finish down 27, NASDAQ off 9, S&P's off 2, gold contract down $6.90, trading at $1,153 an ounce. Silver down 15 cents at $15.47 an ounce. With the metals actually down, folks, so what you had with the gold and silver equities, they rejected lower price, had lighter volume on the daily, are going to have lighter volume on the weekly, and they went topside. Platinum down $10, trading at $1,119 an ounce. Copper down a penny at $2.62 a pound. Light sweet crude flat at $48.32 a barrel. Bonds, we had the 10-year up 3 ticks, 127. 30-year up 27 ticks, 159.17. And King Dollar up 1,100 ticks, trading out at 99.75. King Dollar's got an ABC structure on the way up. 101 is where King Dollar wants to go. That's the first price projection. Euro down 159 ticks at 105. That's some heavy devastation happening with the euro. That baby wants to go to par. It looks like it actually wants to go to 95. So that euro goes to 95. We're going to be at about $1.10 on the ought to be $1.05 on the euro, on the dollar. Yen up 32, trading at 121.45. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Now, in the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. We're going to start on the SPY. So at the SPY head out here today, folks, you slightly lower, really a sideways move. Bottom line, we're making our way down to the December swing points. That were 204.50. That is 198.55. Volume-wise out here, we did 749 million versus 852 in the NYSE. We did 1.7 billion versus 1.8 in the NASDAQ. Bottom line, this really, you're down slightly, but that's really a sideways move. The 3Qs. 3Qs are trading out at 105.11, and the 3Qs also came inside the lower range yesterday. The lower range that we're talking about inside the 3Qs goes like this. We're at 105.11. First stop will be 99. So that's down $6, right? That's basically 5%. That's not the big number, though. The big number on this, folks, in the 3Qs and in the market in general, and this will be quite a hit, is down at 90. Because when you look at 90, it's like, oh, man, hey, that is basically, that's 14% from where we are. So that in itself is one monster number. Gold contract. What do we do with gold out here? Gold contract is trying to basically get into the 1132 swing low from November. What we did out here today is that we're at 1152. We got to 1146. You had lighter volume, and the XAU and the HUI, what they did is that they both rejected lower price on the daily, on the weekly, had lighter volume, and they got out of there. The equities themselves, that's the XAU, that's trading at 65.97, and guess what? You can't bust them down. What's going to happen? You're going to try to bust them up. So bottom line, the top of the consolidation is at 83. It's a monster consolidation, and that's where we're going to go. HUI, we take a look at the HUI. HUI did the same type of setup. HUI got down to a price point out here today of 154.45. Rejected lower price, had lighter volume on the daily, the weekly. That baby now wants to run to 211. So in both cases, that no doubt is one monster move, folks. What we are going to need there is wide price spread accelerated volume. It's not. You're not going to creep up to those levels, folks. That's just not how it goes. And what I do expect we will see is that wide price spread accelerated volume. The oil market. What do we have with oil out here? What we have with oil is this. The oil contract right now trading out at 48.31. This contract is making its way down into the swing point that was established out here on the 26th. The 26th is 47.80. Let me see this. Actually, I got the 47.33 today. Yeah, but okay, too much juice. Interesting. Well, it's going to be a close call. 47.80 had 460,000. We did 350. It's not bad, but it didn't get out of there. That 47.80 more than likely we'll see that baby get tested once again. The bond market, we use the TLT. Looking at the bond market, the TLT is the 20-plus bond ETF structure. We went up 92 cents today, 6.6 million shares. That's after basically breaking a B point with 20 million. What does that set up? That sets up a complex ABC structure on the way down. That is setting up that it does want lower price. And King Dollar is just something else, folks. You talk about, this is going to be a classic as to what a straight line move is. And there's no doubt that we had the consolidation. That consolidation was about a month long, and then King Dollar just took right off, and King Dollar wants that 101 mark. What we do have from the highs of 120 all the way down to 80 is that there's not much in the way, so King Dollar can go a lot further than that 101. King Dollar had volume behind the move out here today, did 88,000 contracts. That's a monster. That's a big number. And bottom line is that this 101 is game, and I suspect it's going to basically, it's going to be had, and it's going to be had pretty close. Now, after the close out here, there's a couple disasters. What the heck is this stock? Let's go take a look at this one first. Holy cow. So this is an equity that went up. Let me just see this. So this equity went up from, is that today? This is wild. Hold it. ACAD, yeah. It closed at $44.76. And it started out the day, that was yesterday. Let me just see what this is doing right now. This is like bizarre, actually. Oh, yeah, it's smoked. Let's see what they're saying. ACAD. Okay, so let's see what this is. This just went from $44 to $34. This is a biopharma drug. It closed at $44.76. It's trading right now at $34, so it's down $10, 25%. Now the CEO's retiring, and they canceled the event, so they got some huge problems. Okay, so it's a biopharma focused on discovery, development, commercialization of small molecule drugs for the treatment of the central nervous system. Let me just see if they have any revenue. So yeah, it's a small company, right? Okay, so what's going on is that, oh my God, this is sick. Oh man, this do not touch the stock, folks. This can really get smoked. So revenue in this equity, they're not even, that's 120,000, 30,000. My God. It looks like they claim they were going to make 25 million this year, but it doesn't look that to me. It looks like they're going to make they're going to be lucky if they make $1 million. And they have a market cap. This is crazy. They have a market cap, folks, of how is that possible? They have a market cap of $4.4 billion. Wow. Okay, let me bring this back. I gotta see if this thing just went from pennies to $44. Yeah, we did. Okay, get out of the way on this, folks. Okay, this thing went from $1.80 to $44. And guess what? There's no volume all the way to 20 or 28. So that's going to see $28 pretty quick. That's pretty sick. Shake Shack. Let's go to Shake Shack. This is a SHAK. Shake Shack closed at, let's see. This is getting whacked too. Looks awful familiar. Shake Shack just went from 47 to 44. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. So we got a bunch of numbers that are coming out. And then at 4:30, folks, we get a special guest, Chris Gaffney. Chris is the president of Everbank World Markets. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Check out the new look of Tiger TV. Now you can see all hosts, charts, and computer screens live in high definition. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzamento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Terrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV. Now, crystal clear in high definition, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't seen the new look of Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com. Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com. Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow finished down 29, NASDAQ off 9, S&P's off 2.5. Let's go to Marie in New York. Hey, Marie, what's going on?
Yeah, hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
Oh, yeah, it's sunny.
Cool.
Finally.
Sunny, yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what you need up there. That's right.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. We can't believe that. Now I'm calling you because I was wondering if I can have your view on the DAX, the German market, considering that the more the euro-dollar is going down, the more the German DAX is bought.
Yes.
It's a la Nikkei and the Japanese yen. And I was wondering if you have an idea of how to play it.
You know,
in the sense that
this is a great question, folks. So what happened out here today is this. So check this out, folks. The DAX went up 300 points today, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the DAX, okay, moved. The CAT moved. The CAT went up 2.37%. The DAX went up 2.6%. The Spain went up 2.1%, but the FTSE couldn't move.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
what it looks like is that just as our markets were basically getting pumped up by, you know, QE, it almost looks like, well, it's twofold, I think, that you have our markets are large money managers saying, hey, bottom line is that they're gonna run higher. They're pumping money into it, free money, and you know, our money managers can be pumping into it. Their money managers over there can be pumping into it. You know, and that's the way it seems to be setting up. I mean, I was looking at that. I thought I was seeing things today. You know, seriously. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's completely crazy. It's just like the more it's getting trashed, the more they want it, and it doesn't make sense at one point.
Now, one of the Tigers just gave me a heads up, and I appreciate that, Z. You know, Wisdom Tree has an ETF. It's DXGE, and what that's a pure play. And what it also is that it's hedged against the currency. So that would be the type of trade that you'd want to play if, in fact, you want to basically trade the DAX that it's going higher. So what happens is this, folks, on a hedged play like that, is that because it's a hedged equity fund, they're hedging the euro. So you get the full expansion of the actual DAX rising, and you can put U.S. dollars into it and get U.S. dollars back, you know? So, you know, that's, you know, I mean, it's extended, but the bottom line out here today was just a monster move. And it looks like the DAX is an ABC up. Like the DXGE is trading at 31, and we've got, what, 28 is your A, your B's 30. That's 30. It's 30, so you get $2. You know, the ABC structure is like 32.50, and you're at 31.15 right now.
Yeah, we're getting close, I think. Because I looked at the dailies and the 20 minutes and the 50 minutes, that we're getting very close to turn back, because the ABCs are more or less on, some of them are 1.618 expansion already.
Yeah, that's good to know.
I think we're getting very close.
So let me just look at something else here. 27, 25 is 32. Oh, interesting. So watch this. When you do this another way, yeah, no, I can see this 32 and this DXGE is going to be important to look at, and this is why. So when you take this and we put this on a monthly, what you're going to see is that the DAX had consolidated for a long period of time. You got over it, and even the price projection of that would be 32. But, you know, this is going to be a whole different ball game. Well, it's not a different ball game, but you have all the free money in the U.S., number one, that hasn't been used. Then you get all the free money in Europe that they're going to pump out there. And it's like, and you know what's really bizarre about this, folks, is that operators going to sell out of the U.S. markets just to basically turn around and use that money and run it up in Europe. It'd be really weird, man. You know, but if you're going to do that, folks, make sure you do something that is hedged on the currency, because what ends up happening is that anyone and everyone that has bought the European markets, if in fact they bought them in Europe, has got smoked, because what has happened is that you've lost the currency conversion when you bring them back to the U.S. Well, they've got smoked if you're using U.S. dollars. Let's put it that way. If you have to convert back to the U.S., the bottom line is that, you know, we just went from 140 to 105, you know, so.
Thank you very much, Tom.
Okay, you have a great one, and have a safe one. After the close out here, we also got KKD, Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme, let's see what good old Krispy Kreme is doing. This closed KKD, this used to be a high flyer, no doubt. That closed at 20.35. That's trading out at 19.25. SHAK, these new IPOs, folks, they pushed these babies out, SHAK. They got the money pretty quickly. That traded at that closed at $46.90. That's trading at that's not bad. It's trading at $44 right now. Well, it's down 5%. Revenue. So this is revenue is $159 million to $163 million. They lost 1 cent a share. The estimate was a loss of 3 cents. It's not bad. The revenue was the same. So now this is an indication, this is pretty wild, is that they basically came in with numbers, and bottom line is that the stock is trading down. BOX, we take a look at BOX. What do we have with BOX? This is Box Inc. They develop internet application software. This equity closed at $20.53. That's trading at $18.20 right now. And what do they have to say? They lost $1.65 a share. Their revenue was $281 million. Well, the market's not believing it because the estimate was $276. Yeah, the market's not believing what they're saying. That's the bottom line. This also, let's see what she did. Is this the IPO too? Yeah, it is. Unreal. So this little baby, amazing acceleration, I'll tell you that. So this baby is basically, it got out of the gate at $20, went to $24, trading at $20.53 right now, and now you're down into the $18 level. The big number after the close out here, no doubt, is that ACAD. That is one killer, no doubt. Oh, let's take a look at this one. This is pretty intense. First Majestic is going to repurchase. Now, this is really different. Let me see what this is doing. This is, you don't see this happen with gold companies. First Majestic closed at 508. It's trading at 508, and they just announced repurchase program. Oh, that was share repurchase program. That's interesting. You know, now First Majestic, the deal with First Majestic is this, is that when silver was coming down, the CEO basically used a playbook out of Rob McEwen's playbook, Keith Niedermeyer. What he did is that he didn't sell his silver. Bottom line, and he's an old banker too, by the way. So as silver goes up, he's going to get some action. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming back with Chris Gaffney, the president of Everbank World Markets. We're going to be talking, perfect time to have him on. You're talking about the dollar and the run. We're talking the currencies. We're going to talk all of it. We're going to be right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. sequence. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow finished down 27, the NASDAQ off 9, S&P's off 3.5, and we have our man, Mr. Chris Gaffney. Chris is the president, folks, of Everbank World Markets. You can come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see the Everbank banner on the right-hand side. You hit that banner. As you bring that banner up, folks, what you're going to see is this. You're going to see balanced CD basket, because winning teams know how to trade. And you talk about a highly volatile market right now, a highly volatile not only equity market, commodity market, and currency market. We have it all together. And Chris, it seems like every time that we have you on, it's the perfect day. I mean, the dollar is up another 1,000 ticks out here today.
You bet, Tom. Yeah, it's great to be on, and always enjoy it. And yeah, it's these markets are exciting. That's for certain.
There's no doubt. Can you walk us through? I'm pulling this up, and how does the balanced CD basket work?
Well, we take a group of currencies, anywhere from 3 to 5 currencies, and group them together and put them in one instrument. So an investor is able to get some diversification across different currencies in one investment with a smaller minimum than it would take to buy each of those currencies individually. The interest rate paid on the CD is a average of those interest rates that are involved in the basket. So usually we group the baskets around geography or a theme. We have a commodity-based basket. We have a geography-based basket. So it's usually grouped around a theme, and it's just a convenient way for investors to make an investment into the currency markets.
It's intriguing because, what you also have here, most times if you do a trade, whether it's in a currency or a commodity, the bottom line is that, of course, you can always lose because we're in the market,
right.
Okay?
Right.
In this particular case, we're talking a CD, and you're talking something, though, that's FDI insured, right?
Yeah, it is FDIC insured now, but that only insures against bank failure. So these do have currency risk. You can lose money in these baskets. And again, it's a case of if the currencies if the combination of currencies that are in the basket drop in value versus the dollar, you can lose principal. Now you're protected a little bit. You get some cushion there from the interest rate. So the interest rate's going to protect you on the downside somewhat. But as you know, the dollar's been pretty strong here lately, and so a lot of these currencies, the dollar's been stronger versus the currencies here lately. But there's questions about just how far that dollar can drop, and in my opinion, there's always opportunities in the currency market. It's not necessarily maybe the euro right now, but there's some other currencies that may have some opportunity, India or China or other currencies.
No doubt. So let's talk a little bit about, because I know what ends up happening, whether people just investing with their personal funds or their IRA funds, precious metals. What is really cool here, folks, is that there's no doubt that precious metals have come down. We had a rejection of lower price in the equities out here today, Chris. So it was really intriguing because the metals continue to go lower, but yet all the gold, silver, platinum equities rejected those lows and had a little strength. So it's going to be interesting to see how this does shake out. But walk me through how the precious metal accounts work.
Well, we have two different types of accounts. We have what we call unallocated accounts, where an investor just wants to buy a certain number of ounces of gold, silver, platinum, palladium, or wants to invest a certain dollar amount on a monthly or one-time basis.
Yes.
And we can do that through the unallocated accounts, where we buy the actual metal. So it's not a paper trade. We actually go out and buy the physical metal and store it for the client. There's no safekeeping fees, just the cost of purchasing or selling that metal. And then we have what we call the allocated accounts, and those are probably more familiar to investors. And you pick a certain coin or bar. You can pick a Chinese panda, gold panda, or American eagle, and we'll sell you that coin or bar, either safekeep it for you or deliver it to you. There's delivery and safekeeping charges involved there. So there's two different ways to purchase the metals, and 4 different metals that we offer. So they're real popular right now, and as you said, with the metals prices being down like they are, I spoke this today at an investment conference down here in Florida, and a lot of people are seeing value right now in this metals market.
Well, it's incredible. I mean, I love interviewing you. You're in the currency market every day. I interview a lot of CEOs in the gold companies, and in fact, there was a big BMO conference that I was at, a couple weeks ago, right? And there's no doubt those CEOs, they're worried, because they have lower price, but they know that in order to get gold out of the ground, they're at about 1180,
Right.
So they said to me, Tom, I know that it can go lower, but it can't stay lower for a longer amount of time. So it's really, we're in an intriguing spot right here. Do you know what I mean?
Well, and how about silver? I mean, silver is actually trading below its cost to produce by a lot of calculations.
There's no doubt. I talked to 2 silver CEOs. That's exactly what they were saying. And that and that's heavy. Now, I'd like to talk a little bit about the precious metal again, this account. And the reason is this. You know, what happens, folks, is this, and I'm sure you've seen plenty of emails, you've seen plenty of people that are out here saying, hey, listen, get the gold off me. Bottom line, I'll store the gold. I'll do all of the above. Folks, if you're going to do that, and I just want to ask you this, Chris, you must look at these other companies sometimes, because I look at these companies that, you know, you're a major bank, okay, and say, okay, you want to hold my gold, no problem. But we know that there's other companies out there that people actually give money to, and they're not even registered. It's like, what are they doing?
We are a regulated bank. We have the advantage. Now, I do want to point out, of course, that the metals accounts are not FDIC insured. So we want to make sure we make that distinction. However, we are a regulated bank. We are a safe, sound institution, and there is some comfort that our clients get. And I've certainly spoke to many of them who tell us that, who say, you know, I can go down, I can buy it off the internet, I can look on the cable news stories and see these firms, but you know, I always question sending money to them, and are they really holding the gold, or are they really holding the silver? And I can tell you that you know, we do, and we're regulated, and you know, we have a policy that we can never be short, so we always are long on our metals positions.
Yeah, and that's awesome, and there's no doubt. And as Chris said, folks, okay, they're not FDIC insured, but you're going on their reputation, which is really crucial to understand, because the only time that there is large problems, and not the only time, but inside the metals market, folks, it has to do with most of the time, you know, someone that is basically saying that they're going to give you your gold and hold their gold, you know.
Yeah.
So it is absolutely amazing. So, hey, listen, let me ask you, the investment conference you're at, what was the feelings like? What were people talking about?
Yeah, and the equity markets, of course, are still dominating the conversation, you know, with hitting new highs, even though we had a sell-off yesterday. There are several alternative asset investors here, and really looking for opportunity, looking for yield, looking for someplace and searching for where the next opportunities are, and not as negative as I've been. And I think the mood is turning more positive. I'm feeling like the investors here are gaining confidence in actually the global recovery. There's still worries out there, and there's still, you know, whenever anybody talks about debt, you know, that's always a worry. And there's still some worries out there about what's going on with interest rates and what's going to happen from this overhang of debt that we have. But in general, it's a pretty positive environment. And again, people are seeing values and seeing opportunities.
Yeah, real value. And what we do get is this. You know, I guess with the European Union now going to basically, you know, put what, 60 billion in a month, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's a wild card for sure, right? You know, it's like, okay, we've already gone through it. Everything's going to happen in Europe. So, you know, inside your foreign currency accounts, I mean, if folks, you know, have children that are going over there, if someone is vacationing, I mean, our dollar, you know, our dollar's at highs, but that is a nice way to hedge out basically a bill in the future.
Europe's on vacation, or Europe's on sale right now if you're planning on vacation. And in fact, I saw one of the major news channels today had a story on how to hedge your future European vacation, and they talk about buying euros and just buying those euros and then waiting to use them later. You can also use the ETFs, but you know the advantage of our accounts is that you have actual euros that you're holding, and we can deliver them either via wire or check for you. So
how good is that?
That is one of the advantage.
Absolutely. And folks, the way that you can do that is come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see the banner on the right-hand side. Hit that banner, or you can give Everbank a call at 855-750-4051. Chris, thank you so much for the time, for the education. Really appreciate it.
You bet, Tom.
Okay, have a great day and a safe day.
You too.
Thank you. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Each and every time that the dollar ticks higher, S&P wants higher price. Each and every time that the dollar's ticking lower, guess what? S&P wants lower price. Dollar, the metals, and the S&P are going tick for tick.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, if you'd like to check out any of those products from EverBank, just come to our website at TFNN. On the right-hand side, you're going to see that banner. Hit that banner. A lot of great products out there at EverBank. You can actually just go to everbank.com/TFNN. Their phone number is 855-750-4051. Now, what we have after the closeout here is this, is that the bank stress test came in, and here we go. So Citigroup made it. Citigroup plans to return capital to shareholders. They got the cleanest approval from the Federal Reserve among top Wall Street banks. Now, this is pretty wild that Citigroup actually got the top spot this time around. The reason being is that last year they did fail. So they went from failing to being the top dog. Bank of America got a conditional pass requirement to shore up internal processes, but just as they're saying that Bank of America got a conditional pass, bottom line coming across the bottom of the screen is that Bank of America is, I believe, saying that they're going to start a buyback. Let's see what Bank of America, they're authorizing a $4 billion buyback. They're going to maintain their 5% dividend. Bank of America closed at $16.11. That's still trading at $16.11. Inside this same press release, you had Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and J.P. Morgan. Guess what? Each one of those, this is pretty amazing. Goldman, J.P. Morgan, and Morgan Stanley, they cleared, but only after revising their proposals, the Fed said Wednesday in the statement. The U.S. units of Deutsche Bank and Bank Sandeska failed. Oh, sorry, folks, excuse me. They failed because of the concerns about their process. The Feds didn't place any conditions in passing Citigroup or 24 other firms, including Wells Fargo. So if we go over to Morgan Stanley, we take a look at Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley closed at $34.95. That's trading at $35.65. So that's got a little goose by about 70 cents. Goldman Sachs closed at $184.18. That's trading at $184.61. J.P. Morgan Chase. J.P. Morgan closed at $60.24. That is trading at $60.44. All those banks in general, though, folks, if we bring it up, we'll bring this up on the chart. What you're going to see is that there's no... Sorry, folks, excuse me. There's no juice behind these moves. We'll start with J.P. Morgan. JPM, we take a look at this on a daily basis, and what you're going to see. And by the way, J.P. Morgan, has been one of the strongest equities out there. But once we came off that high, let's see, J.P. Morgan daily. There she is. Okay. So once we came off that high, J.P. Morgan came off the high of $63. You have two separate high-volume swings down the bottom. $54, which is the October 15th swing point. You have $55, which is the January 14th swing point. So what we'll see tomorrow is this. And now this is going to be a really sweet setup. This is why. When we came down on the 6th, which was, Friday, right? Today's Wednesday. Yeah, Friday. This was a monster failure, and this was a failure going against the highs, how we came off in December. With J.P. Morgan, it got to a price point of $62.87. It closed at $60.89. That was going against the downdraft that had been created in December. We had come down with 29 million shares versus the 22 million. It's going to try to go back into that 22 million. What I expect you're going to see there, you go back into it. You'll have lighter volume. That's where that failure will take place. Goldman Sachs, exact same type of setup in Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs, what we have is that Goldman Sachs trading at $184.18. That's coming into a downdraft that had 6.2 million shares. When the Goldman Sachs tried to get higher with 4.1 million, couldn't handle it. The top of that range is 186.56. That will probably, I suspect it's going to try to get into that tomorrow. You'll see the failure happen out there. Goldman, same type of setup as the rest of the financials. And what's screaming out here is this 171, which is the October 15th swing low. It's just that October 15th swing low, folks, is just all over the place out there. I mean, in a monster way, too, not in a small way. So I expect what you're going to see is that it's going to get down there. Citigroup, same type of setup. What does happen with Citigroup, which is pretty amazing, they're all going to be, oh, here, American Express. Let's go to AXP. American Express came out, and they're all going to be buying back their stock tomorrow. Oh, they announced the buyback program. American Express closed at $79.45. That's trading up $1.35. This is down, however, from the highs of 94. So you're going to be at 81. All American Express is going to do is go after the swing point that was established out there on the 27th. That's 83.38. The news on American Express goes like this. They're going to buy back 6.6 billion shares. They plan on repurchasing through the second quarter. Okay, so this is how it works. 6.6 billion shares. They are starting right now, and they're going to go, though, for a full year. So they get quite a while to go. The dividend is going to stay the same. They're going to basically have 29 cent. They're going to raise the dividend from 26 cents to 29 cents. Is it going to do anything in the stock? Yeah. What it's going to do, folks, it's going to bump up for $1. This little baby. Oh, this is intriguing. So check this out with American Express. You know, we're talking about this October 15th swing low. This baby, yeah, it already took it out. So check this. Man, every day there's more evidence that the S&P, folks, wants this October 15th swing low. The swing low on American Express, 78.41. That's October 15th. It does a bounce all the way up to 94. My God. So we went from 78 to 94. No volume up there. Guess what? One-way shot all the way back down. Gets down to 79. Does a counter trend up to 83. Right now you're at 79.45. And you know the way this is working out? This is going to be crazy. These October 15th swing lows, it doesn't even look like they, well, yeah, we have a higher now. So check this out. I put this on a weekly. This is, folks, American Express has just released huge amount of information to us. And what it is that we have a lower swing low with monster volume at 77. That's saying that American Express is going to break that whole level and run down somewhere about 73. There's problems out here. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you're focused on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it, step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Look forward to speaking to you right here tomorrow.